Hello, I'm Rick Peterson, and welcome to today's conversation. We're bringing this broadcast to you from the Star Media Studios in downtown Laverne. Also a special time of the year for us as we're coming up on our first anniversary of Star Media. And about this time last year, we did our very first conversation interview, and that was with Darin Kindt. Darin Kindt is the president of the Rock County Pheasants Forever. And this year, like last, we're coming up on the annual banquet. Before we get to that, Darin, I'd like to talk about this week's Star Media featured sponsor, and that is Papik Motors. Papik Motors is celebrating 30 years at their I-90 location. Check out the front page ad in this week's Laverne Announcer featuring 30 super nice one-owner trades. Stop down at Papik Motors at any of the three locations, Laverne here, Rock Rapids, and Sibley, Iowa. Well, Darin, welcome to the program again.
Thank you.
And let's talk about this year's banquet.
Well, first I want to say congratulations on the first year of Star Media.
Well, hey, thank you very much. I think we've done roughly 65 or 70 conversation interviews and different topics throughout the course of the year. And we got a few other surprises going on this month on Star Media. So stay tuned and you'll have a chance to win a $25 card to Sunshine Foods. So, Darin, when is the banquet this year?
October 2nd, 2025. It'll start at 5:30 in the evening at Big Top Tents and Events here in Laverne.
Okay, and that's where it has been last year and in the last couple of years,
Yes,
I believe,
yep,
right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, so everybody knows, the Rock County Pheasants Forever, Big Top Tents, that's in Laverne, Minnesota, and that's our 41st annual.
41st, yes.
Okay. Tell us a little bit then what goes on at the banquet.
Well, basically we have some conversation about conservation. There's games to play. There's raffles. We do a supper. Just a lot of things outdoor related.
Supper, that's my favorite topic, food.
Right.
Catered this year by Blue Stem.
Blue Stem Catering's doing
Okay,
the catering.
that's good.
Yep.
So tell us about ticket prices or how they go about getting those.
Okay, you can get a hold of one of the committee members. You can get them from Rick down here at the Star Herald office. You can give me a call. There'll be a flyer that's put up all around town that you'll be able to get the tickets at. Tickets go anywhere from $65 all the way up to different sponsor levels that we have. $250 to $600.
Okay, so like the Pheasant Forever membership and the dinner is $65.
Correct.
Okay, what do they get for a membership? What's that mean?
Okay, so basically you're going to get a magazine that'll come 4 times a year, and any other promotions or things that come through Pheasants Forever.
Okay. Then if you want to bring your spouse or wife, that you can bring them along for an additional $25.
$25 for the supper ticket.
And then a youth membership. What's the youth membership age brackets?
So you're looking at 17 years and younger on the youth, and that's a $25 membership. So if the youth comes, for the $25, they get their membership, and we give them the meal for free.
And do they get a youth magazine?
They do.
So they have to get that information so they can receive that magazine, right?
Right, yep, and they'll get 3 magazines during the course of the year.
Okay, cool. And then there's also the Rooster Raffle. There's a $20 raffle for what's that about?
So what we do is we partnered a little bit with the Laverne Trap team and the Hills Beaver Creek Trap team, and the kids are out selling, and portions of that raffle will go towards the trap teams.
Okay.
So you can get a hold of one of them or one of the committee members for the weekly draw on that, and that's $200 a week for 12 weeks. The 13th week is a $500 draw.
Now, not to spill the beans, but it's my understanding each of the last few years, the Rock County Pheasants Forever have donated $1,000 to each of those trap teams.
Correct. Yes. Yep.
Okay, and that helps with the expense of running shells and so forth, I would imagine.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then there's the last few years, there's also been a youth hunt that follows the banquet, not that next day, but a week or two later. How does that work?
Well, and what it is, we're coming up on the 3rd annual Darin Kindt Memorial Youth Hunt. And what we try to do is we take anywhere from 10 to 15 kids out and hunt on private land with them. Dan was always very conservation minded, wanted to get youth involved with things, and this is just a way to honor my brother.
And if you've ever been out there with one of those young kids that they shoot their first pheasant, that's pretty cool. That's a memory they won't forget, and we get to partake in that.
Right,
That's
right.
really
We get
cool.
to watch them do that.
That's pretty cool as well. So that banquet is Thursday, October 2nd. It's big top tents and events, lots and lots of games.
Lots of games.
Then I understand there was the pheasant count had just been published for our part of the state for the upcoming season. Looks pretty good.
Looks really good.
We don't want to tell anybody, but part of the Rock County Pheasants Forever mission, as all Pheasants Forever, is the economic development part of providing habitat
Correct.
for the birds, which then draws hunters
Correct.
out of Minneapolis. Even some from South Dakota come over because we open up a week earlier than they do.
Sure.
And, our birds are really wild birds. So I know there's a whole bunch of guys that come out of the cities and stay in the hotels for the opening week. It starts at 9 in the morning, I believe, right?
9 in the morning, yep.
And sunset? So it goes to sunset?
Sunset.
All right.
Yep.
Another thing that's helped this bird count is not alone the DNR property, the management, but the walk-in lands.
Correct.
And that has grown quite a bit in Rock County over the last few years.
Yes, it has. We have a number of different properties out there that anybody has access to. You do have to buy a walk-in access permit to access those lands. So make sure you check with your local laws before you head out.
Is it $3?
$3, I believe it is, for the walk-in access.
And that's tagged on to your pheasant permit and all that. I would imagine you could buy just a walk-in permit somehow if you just want to walk and look at the wildlife and not even be a hunter.
Yep, and there's actually a walk-in just donation for that. That's a $5 fee that they have, and then the $3 actually grants you the access to get on the land.
Could you give me not to put you on the spot here, but a ballpark figure of public access management and walk-in land? How many acres in Rock County do you think there are available for the hunter to walk in on public lands?
I think we're over 2,000 acres that we can access,
and all good habitat.
Yes. Yep.
Some of the walk-in land due to drought the last year or two got mowed down.
Correct.
But that has come back really, really well. And with the rains we've had this year, I've driven by a few of them, and there's some nice habitat out there.
There is.
And so, again, tickets available here at the Star Herald office. You can get them through Darin Kindt. There'll be ads in the paper. The phone numbers and contact information are there available. I would tell you this. You don't necessarily need to get your tickets in advance, but it's a really good idea because the crowd at these banquets are growing every year.
Correct.
And we've ordered enough for 250 meals. Don't be locked out. Get your tickets early. There's an early bird drawing.
Correct.
That you can get your tickets in advance, which makes a lot of sense. And you can, if you get your ticket before September 29th, you'll be entered in an early bird drawing. That will be announced that night at the banquet. You have to be present to win, of course.
Correct.
I see over 20 guns to be given away.
Correct. Yep.
All kind of raffles or
all
auctions?
all different through it. There's raffles. There's games you can play for it. Just a bunch of different activities where we're giving a lot of prizes away. A live auction, a silent auction.
Great.
Something for everybody.
Well, the local organization, and with your leadership, Darin, they do a great job, and we really do appreciate that. Again, that banquet's coming up on Thursday, October 2nd. I guess it's about time to pull the pin on this conversation and, get plenty of orange, buy them license and the walk-in permit, and get ready to get out hunting. I think October 13th, the weekend after our banquet is the opening weekend for pheasants.
Correct, yep.
Okay, at 9 o'clock, and that's the Minnesota opener. So happy hunting, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.